Watch Reform this now, the Hard Talk Show, the hot seats where they come to you live on AYV television, na channel 33, radio 101.7 FM, on DSTV, channel 399. Hot seats, as always, a program where we discuss many issues we borders around the development of society. Because across education, the health sector, sports, and whatsoever the case might be. As always, I can say there are many sides to the story. It's your side, the next man inside, and allow the public for judge. And even if Nada Mami na the market, or that youth man at the ghetto get things for say we know say very relevant for public consumption or absorption. It's also when they bring another student and sure say he also gets invoice be heard by the public. Again, me and Samuel Ibrahim Kuruma, and inside the program today we get a lot to talk about, but most definitely we can look at governance challenges, which political system we essential for society at this moment. Nonetheless, quite recently we heard from the first gentleman of the Republic when he began state of the nation address in Parliament. He mentioned, say, he mentioned in passing, power sharing, where plenty, Bookman don't say, not too far from the PR system, when one we get the possibility for allow every other political party. And as much as you get a percentage in elections, we get a stake, in the executive wing. We are in everybody. We'll get their own voice heard. Most time people also don't say, not a flaw to democracy, but a lot of questions to be answered. Is it a recipe for chaos on a one-way go render silent to that state we've been just the a one-party states? Then question some of the questions we my guest in the studio this evening will come help you to understand. But nonetheless, I get the pleasure to introduce Moses Mmabu, who is now the National Publicity Secretary for the main the ruling All People's Congress Party, the ruling SLPP party. Moses, it's a pleasure for getting out of the studio as always.
Am I going to take your time?
Good evening, Moses.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Take your time.
It's been a while, Moses.
Thank you, but Ade, or you know, so they do the party work small.
Okay, and similarly, so I get Minkailu Payambako, we come up from the main opposition APC. Minkailu, it's a pleasure for getting out of the hot seats program.
Pleasure is mine. A
lot to be said about the power sharing concept to President on propose over time. A lot of conversations have been done there around that one day. Moses, you not think this now one way go bring about a recipe for chaos in asylum? More so we don't see many African countries that utilize them, but to render them into corruption and many other things them way now vices the way every other country not wish for. Zimbabwe is one of them. You not think this now a recipe for chaos? This power sharing concept to President Biri prefer.
Many countries then they will not fight 11 years senseless brutal war. Salon don't fight. So when you compare Salon to other countries, then take your time. Every country gets a unique opportunity when it comes to different methods of how the democracy they work. But make I just give you a background of Usa Ude now today. Usa Ude come out from, okay? The PR system not start with the SLPP. The PR system started with the APC. Waiting the president to do na the state opening of waiting the president do na state opening of parliament na aspiration. It not necessarily means say when the president say make we get a national dialogue and conversation, the PR system get for be implemented in 2028 election, for example. No. What the president do now for profile aspirations for say make we get a conversation as a country whose political system we for use for go forward. But make I push you backward first, let you understand the concept of PR system.
Still let the public understand because
let the public understand. Those are with the common form of the PR system. Page 314 of the TRC report been talk about the things that will lead to the war na Salon. You understand, eh? And then things that will be lead to the war na Salon. One of it na be exclusion, exclusive governance. Also, you pull one set of people from the governance mechanisms of the country. Now, when you go page 480 of the same TRC recommendations, it say it recommend a PR system for be used in a way for bring everybody together, but not left-handed. Law can close here, law can small. 2015, 2016, the Justice Kawan Constitutional Review Committee. I know say the people of Salon they follow, and I know say them they follow that constitutional review process there. Where Justice Kawan be lead, where President Anesco Omar former been get for spend billions for make we review that constitution there. Page 284 of that document there, the recommendations where Justice Kawan hand over to the government of Salon talk about the political system who for use. It talk about the PR system. Of Adikam, just.
But Moses, I understand the premise really trifling. But what's wrong? But this first past the post system, wherein the president will just look and decide for profile.
No, not to the. Not.
Allow me for land. What's wrong with the first past the post system, where the president could just make another assertion, say the profile ways follow his life? Of course, you don't make it clear, say it possible say not to in the 2020.
Thank you. So
very possible. So but waiting will bring about this profile.
Okay, so the president no profile. All right. The president no profile.
What he do?
What did the president do? Like how he do in 1996. He don't do this president very unique. Not to today a beginning in there for engaged citizens, for let citizens then get their view on things and what we they do, we go care we country go before. You remember 1996 where he take power, na Strasaya, not so. What he do, he called for Bintomani too. Alai, in the Bintomani too, then tell him, say clearly, say we want waiting, we want elections before peace. Not so. President Bio Binge for come and implement waiting the agreement we come out from Bintomani for say we they conduct elections before peace. So what President Bio they do, they get the powers. Read section 38A of the 1991 Constitution. But left that one day, go further. The president gets supreme executive authority where he can declare any locality, he can declare any mode of government for use. Go back and read section 12 of the ECSL Act, who they use for conduct elections over the years. They say waiting. If ECSL not able to do band administration, 2 years to election, we give that to the PR system. We don't see them, we don't test them. But let me tell you the benefits of the PR system.
We can't talk about the benefits.
The PR system now the best way where Salon go for now.
We can't talk about the benefits of the PR system. We pass sharing, just synonymous to that of the PR system. But Minkailu, the power sharing system, the APC look farm over the fact say if you like another one party system way synonymous to the APC party. We see one party in Sierra Leone, many people waiting kind of in mind at the APC party at some point in time. But why the APC vex about this power sharing system where many other countries don't use and it seems to work for them, Minkailu?
Yes, thank you very much. Comments for congratulate me, brother Moses Mmabu. I have waited for this chance. The other day, DJ Base called me in a hot seat in Okam. He said, this is not me not to elected PRO of the APC. But today, they are in attendance for representing party. I don't congratulate him on the phone, congratulate her in person, for where they elect her as the publicity secretary for the soon-to-be opposition party, SLPP. I want for beginning with the question we asked about power sharing. You make reference, to Kenya. And just recently, Lyra Odinga, when Mwai Kibaki bin share power in 2008, died. Where I mean, they follow the news, Al Jazeera and CNN. I see people that they mourn them, some people they celebrate them. Then they give analysis about in depth. They even make reference to 2007 election in Kenya, will lead to power sharing. What happened after the election? Lyra Odinga say Mwai Kibaki win the election and rig the polls. It lead to conflict where them fight, then kill more than 1,000 people. The answer to that particular conflict then have been power sharing. Not to like say government be sit down no more on your own and decide say in a peaceful atmosphere where they can't get power sharing. In most cases, power sharing they only can after serious conflict. Sierra Leone will be don't get power sharing after the Lome Peace Accord. Fodes Sanko make a second vice president. People in the area will give them position. That may not be all water. The ones in Kenya being problematic. Even Zimbabwe, you read about there, the tell about Mugabe been there, he been get out of troublesome opposition. Exactly. So there's been get similar situation. Me, I conduct a study, my first ever academic research now, an examination of the concept of power sharing in African political systems. I use Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, and Kenya as case study. So I know in depth about power sharing. I know the danger we pose. It's not good for Sierra Leone for answer your question. But we just want to let people, the listeners, they understand because I know say you know the concept. Let them know what's in power sharing, how it can happen, how it can manage, what it can lead to power sharing. In this case, now the proportional representation system, where we suppose say the number, the percentage we obtain will determine the positions we forget at the executive arm. We don't pilot on the legislative arm. What do you mean by the legislative arm and parliament for people? Indeed, the preferred choice of government for practice in this country now what we call the first past the post, when at the constituency base. It is our constitution. But ECSL, in circumstances outside the country go dey in crisis, then they will do boundary delimitation, sometimes disaster struck, then can decide for invoke that partner the constitution we talk about PR. But in the past election, nothing like that no happen. We not been get any war in the country, God forbid, law no ever get wire. We not been get any situation like Ebola, the time we been in 2014, we mean say, you know, they allow workers and for, you know, being at the field. All that, you know, happen, they just sit on them in their own, you know, pigmentation. They say, no, they can't introduce power sharing, power sharing. That was wrong. But I want to take me time for explaining to make it wrong. But I did listen to a question.
But you said then just take up themselves, then just take them up to themselves and decide for utilize the PR system, which I believe.
No. I am here to conclude. Where Moses be the talk, I take me time for right. All the things that we are disagree with. We are going to respond to one after the other, but I want to land on my explanation why they are
in just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Land on that.
In just a few seconds. Now, wait to make us say so. We've been get the opportunity. There are defined borders. We get 132 constituencies in this country. We get 446 wards in this country. Then go count midterm census. In 2020, they said that they bring out midterm census. World Bank criticized them boycott. EU criticized them boycott. The opposition boycott. They still go ahead. The data where they obtain from the midterm census not be enough to then take the 2015 population and housing census and the midterm census, put that together, divide by 2. Now, based on that, they then divide seats based on the district the way people in common. Why they not be used that time day? For go around the country and ensure say they revisit the boundaries the way divide the constituencies.
But the government,
why they not be used?
But the government's argument over time now the fact say the APC party be asking people not for come out and count them.
Now well,
be very visible at some point.
Yeah, I agree. The APC be asking people and not for come out for count because of the inadequacies. In fact, the midterm census now be a novelty in this country. From the history of Sierra Leone, we never get midterm census that the Ming can come. Secondly, the people that when are the technical people there, the EU, the World Bank, they say no, this thing not the old water. We are not even do a pilot census. We are not do cartography. We are not get the technical capability for do this. The finances they know they. I still get letter with Dennis Van de Be writes around December 2020, where EU and World Bank say that the boycott. He say even if they boycott, government they go ahead. And so the opposition, with all the advice from development partners, being get for say, well, if the SLPP not go listen to what in development partners then say, we still go boycott. Now, let's answer some of the things that Moses raised here. Moses say, Sierra Leone, now the only country we fought 11 years senseless war. I want to make
no, I'm not saying that the only country.
No, it says Sierra Leone.
No, I'm not saying that the only country.
Yeah,
I say every country is situation unique. I say Salon fought 11 years senseless brutal war. The other country, the way they compare, we so get their own unique situation. Not so I say, sir.
No, well, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't refuse.
No, I'm not going to say I say Salon are the only country we fought 11 years.
Maybe believe say if for no say even within West Africa.
No, but you for no say me not go say that.
There was what we call interconnected web of conflict. Not only Sierra Leone, all over conflict. But they don't know that again. APC started the PR. He said APC started the PR.
Samuel, two things.
He said the TRC report. I agree with him. We say one of the things that the TRC report say, they say entrenchment in power. Where one party go decide for make yourself a dictator, transform the country into a one-party dictatorship, where SLPP want to do so.
Oh, like how the APC been do?
That's all about my guy.
Minkailu, the first part system we Salon utilize over time. Now, one way plenty people say, don't they help in waiting and say political patronage? Where now people will belong to one party. Now the most them don't the benefits. We don't say under the APC, and still they say under the SLPP.
In fact,
when people they're very close to the SLPP, the benefits, and people the APC and the benefits to APC.
No.
You don't think say like waiting the president prefer at this particular moment make absolute sense. Okay. There are even members within the APC. Say
APC for make more sense. APC they will not even put condition they if APC not win. APC they win.
APC
with absolute majority.
APC not near the power.
First of all, for no say there was a time where the president for don't pilot the power sharing after the controversial 2023 elections, where SLPP lost, where APC either not win. When you can say nobody know meet the threshold, Now it happened in Kenya because the question the election result now lead to power sharing. Why not pilot in 2023?
Say President the pilot and the
agreement. Well, maybe if we don't try and see. If you didn't try and see, the national agreement, the agreement for national unity, we get 8 resolutions. As they look forward to power sharing for don't be one of the resolutions and they. Make Samura Kamara Prime Minister, like how they do in Kenya, Lara Odinga and Mwai Kibaki, and share some ministerial positions. So that by now, people enough for the talk about electoral justice.
Moses, Minkailu, let's start off with that point. Minkailu said it will have been prudent for the president bill inside 2023 elections. Now that's it for them to face power sharing. They are looking series for share, you know, the power and give Samura Kamara, like I say, Chief Minister or whatever.
So we're not together united. Neither are we formed.
So what's I mean?
Neither are the justifier. We're not together united, neither are we formed at Kamakwe Road. The destiny of Salone rests on the shoulder of SLPP. Evidence day for Pova. Now SLPP first fought for the independence of this country. 27 years misrule of APC, now SLPP can clean her up. 10 years of SLPP, we win the war, we end the war, and take this country back to kick off. APC come, they left with austerity. Now we don't come back, we don't fix the country. Now we know they pay salary on overdrafts. Why am I saying this? The SLPP is a very serious political party. We know they discuss Salone in a small room. What would they discuss Salone? Would they take the people of Sierra Leone along? Now you make we not go do dandy because it's not sustainable. Keep that wording. If we've been doing the power sharing in 2023, we've been pretest them, it not be sustainable. We want to do something with sustainable na Salone, where generations at the camp, like right now, right now, we try for push for bill under the new review of the constitution for make sure say we put the free quality education for picking them, for make them permanent.
Moses, how genuine are the intentions of the president?
Thank you.
With this power sharing system where they prefer this particular moment, just as like Minkailu mentioned.
Thank you.
Was it not prudent for
President Bio is on record for say something he do.
And this power sharing we don't say something.
No, not to the do, for be sincere. In sincerity to the purpose, the cause of Sierra Leone is unmatched. I can make example. President Bio and colleagues them come and take power. At the camp, when they go there was an agreement for MPRC for conduct election and over power. But because power be don't switch and they refuse. What did President Bio do? He organize a palace school, he take over power. He carry the country, go to Bintu money. The people of this country, he go listen to them. He say, what do you want? The people of this country say, waiting. They say, we want election before peace. President Bio be own up to that one day. Even though people like Blaise Campari, be in Burkina Faso, be they hold on to power. Other military leaders at that time, be they hold on to power. President Bio kept to his word for say, as when I don't say so, I've been to money, it's the resolution of the people. For say, make we conduct election before we talk about peace process at the Duam. In 3 months, 90 days, the United Nations began for help with country with James Jonah. They come and conduct the election. President Kaba win. He hand over the power to President Kaba and left the seat. That is a promise made and promise kept by the president now. Why the question now for answer? What he make we sincere? They say we married girl for sweet now from the bachelor's eve. You know what you make the APC, the issue of PR system and APC the beginner. I don't make reference to the Justice Cowan report when APC they talk about PR system. The white paper where APC then put forward, they make mention of PR system. Now the question is now they can't put some Minkailu, me and you two, they can't get a debate with Minkailu. No, I know, now you the host the show. But the question now, they can't put some Minkailu is, why is APC G3 at this time? Where the PR system, they don't lay the foundation all this while and they say government is continuity. What thing will they do? Now just a continuation of what's in the bill on already.
Minkailu, Moses say if President Bio prefer that PR system inside 2023 not for be sustainable.
No, when this a makeshift arrangement, we don't even need for talking about sustainability. It's a makeshift arrangement. We only go use 2023 because the elections were controversial. And because the elections were controversial, you be need waiting the transition into a proper electoral system and the conduct of a proper election. So not a sustainability.
So you know we use power sharing at that stage here.
Now, when conflicts there, then they share power.
No conflict not been there.
But what's in a conflict?
No
conflict not only means say once you take the barrel.
Of course I know that. But the conflict not been there.
Conflict even there.
There was no conflict.
There are disagreements.
Okay, disagreement not to conflict.
Moses, please allow me.
No disagreement not to conflict.
Now conflict been there. We get what we call
Conflict
negative.
not be there,
We
Minkailu.
get what we call negative and positive.
allow
things.
respond.
Of
Even
course.
as we talk now, we get internal conflict within the APC. We get external conflict. What to make an internal conflict? You get in no say we get a set we call itself electoral justice. EJ. then electoral justice for them not to electoral reforms. Then believe say today they for conduct election. Follow manage down there and bring them all together. Let the CSO for work as one towards 2028. In itself, na conflict.
Yeah, that internal.
You understand? Then they also get conflict against the incumbent government. Because they say they rigged the elections in broad daylight. So now
the election was cleanly done.
So now for response, now Moses say Justice Kawan. Would I appoint Justice Kawan? When I be ombudsman for let head the CX in Honest by Kroma. You understand? Honest by Kroma, I appoint him. And waiting Justice Kawan do, we interested in him. And so, no, land on
But I'm interested, one and able to make it.
Why don't able to do it?
Now, Tijan Kabano attempt to review the constitution. He attempt to review it. So if you
nobody level where an Escoma go, Pakabano go that level.
Allow him.
Now, at the nick of the time, we are approaching elections. So you go argue with me, so we'll be close to
No, but
election.
recommendations were made.
But I've been getting for.
They begin way, but you say they begin way. The man they begin way.
Total change of a constitutional referendum.
The man they begin way.
So the one the way they conduct the referendum when I be neck now ECSL. If they advise say time not been there for conduct that day.
So why wanna sit down for the white paper?
For example, no, now let me come.
No, why wanna sit down for the white paper?
Exchange of power. He say Bio take power and Strasser in hand. You understand? For let usher in a civilian government. Like I tell you now, the thing is, Bio, James Jonah, and Tijan Kaba, they're all na SLPP force. Bio don't talk, say, then be usher SLPP in the power, he wear khaki, now he don't wear the actual green. He's on record to have said so. James Jonah was made Minister of Finance. He was made Minister of Finance.
Context, no get relationship to what happened in 1996.
Tell you say Strasser was betrayed, so we don't even want to go there.
No, he was betrayed, yes, on behalf of the people.
Power. Yeah?
He was betrayed on behalf of the people.
Now, they talk about supreme executive power.
Yeah, what want to use for Sax and Sumana?
The president gets supreme executive power.
Now want to use for Sax and Sumana.
No, we are not talking about Sam Sumana.
No, but now that power they want to use for Sax.
We are talking about power sharing. How is that connected to Sam Sumana?
No, it's connected. Because President Bioki, thank you,
I don't know.
No, let me answer.
Now let me land.
Yes.
Let me land.
No, let me answer that question.
Allow for a few seconds.
Now, we're talking about power sharing. Power sharing, you say the president gets supreme executive authority. Yes, now the fountain of honor, now the commander-in-chief agree. But the president, the authority is limited. You don't go just wake up one morning and say, I don't create new cities without a proper census data.
Under supreme executive authority.
No, he cannot.
No, he can't.
We have a constitution.
No, we don't wake up one morning and start the vice president when our two elect together.
This country is guarded by constitution.
Of course, the constitution very clear.
The
constitution very clear on the powers.
You want to President Bio is that important?
No, President Bio have never used it.
Okay, now,
no, the man don't talk to me. Let me say again opportunity.
Now, you say they pay salaries on overdraft, so now don't trust on the bank and say somebody the close down.
Minkailu and Moses. Now, of course, the general topic today are governance challenges. We, in that regards, we get a lot of other things that they bring into this conversation this evening. But nonetheless, at this moment, citizens' participation and the aspect of rebuilding public trust. Now, one way plenty citizens they get issues with the SLPP government and that of the APC government. The trust of the citizen in whatsoever government they do Moses. What's in the SLPP don't do at this moment for citizens build public trust? When actually, as we talk, the public worried about the state of drugs in country.
Yeah, well, when we talk specifically on drugs, I want to pull me SLPP cap, make a put and down. Because when they talk about drugs, I know they talk under SLPP or APC. I they talk as a Sierra Leonean myself. And now that we need for land as a country. In 2015, we see where the Ebola hit we. Not so. People in the southeast will be refuse for participate in the precautionary measures where government then be put in place. Ally, President Bio now have to calm down. Not so. Join an eskroma and go around this country, sensitize people. So why am I saying this? The world, today the world, is faced with a global epidemic, which is drugs. As me and you see also now, even yesterday, America bombed a boat where they left Venezuela for go. At the camp, do you build the premise? They don't do this for the past weeks. Fentanyl, in fact, because of fentanyl inflow in America been get for increase the tariff where they put on Mexico and Canada in order for force them for control the porousness of the cost of fentanyl in the country. Now to Salon. We need for put politics aside APC don't in a power, drugs don't come. SLPP in a power, drugs don't come.
When you say when I need for put us together for fight drugs, you mean the APC are not able, they're not come to for
support? No, that's one. Two, there are people from quarters where they play politics at the camp. Do you? I don't tell you say, me you know they argue over this because this not get for do with the lives of Salon. I know they argue.
You think
what you need for be done?
In your estimation, you think governments really don't ever serious in handling drugs? I mean, this government,
President Bio government, 100% committed.
Committed. We over 200 people they die inside one
down in a propaganda.
Aye,
of course,
you never say.
No, the issue of people dying in a propaganda is politics. I know they go there.
You never see.
No, I say I know they go there. A few days ago, they don't host the man from Connaught, from the mortuary in a Connaught, where the mayor come and say that they take the body. Then the man asks and say, "Mbo, now they do autopsy. How you go say na kush kill the people because you ace the body na treat?" They say there are maybe several underlying factors where they kill people. And I make us say there are people there within the quarters where they play politics with the matter. I don't pull my cap as a politician. I dey talk to you and with people out here as a Sierra Leonean. For say, the fight against Kush need concerted effort. The president don't declare emergency on Kush. The president don't set up a presidential task force on Kush. It don't talk them. It don't set her up. You understand? What do we need to do? We need for make we be watchdogs. Sierra Leone gets porous border. We get a lot of issues for address when it comes to the issue of cooks. Who's how they come out? Who do they bring a camp? Who are they market them? Who are the distributors? Who are the sellers? Government alone can do but only so much. So the issue of drugs in this country, not new to SLPP government and not new to APC government, but it don't happen over and over. What do we need to do? We need to come together. You see, Salo, we can talk politics, APC, SLPP, but things and then we can bring we together as a country. We need to come together and pull politics out of them. The moment we pull politics out of them, we'll be able to address them from family level, community level, district level, regional level, and national level. What we they continue for do as a party and as a government, now for make sure say we continue for enforce the laws them on drugs and continue for provide resources for make the fight be sustained.
Moses, when last you visit the SLPP party headquarters office?
Today, just now.
You visit them?
Yes, just now they are coming.
Take it time for look back.
Also, every day they go
look back of the party office.
Yes, outside.
Have you seen the number of youth they sit down? I don't make an appointment.
No, I see them. The youth man and they sit down. They not to today.
We don't make me and they get to.
No, not to today. It begin. Not to today. It don't new.
Minkailu, Moses mentioned something serious. Having all hands on deck for CC, then fed cushion at the country. But you see, the APC seem to politicize the fight.
No, I'm not called APC.
Of course,
no. I say there are people na quarters who they try for politicize.
But again,
no, in this one, I'm not called APC.
Yeah.
Is the mayor not
no, the mayor, you know, the workers APC is a mayor of Freetown. So I know they mention APC where the top.
Minkailu.
Yes, my brother has been very dramatic. I see the pull SLPP cap. He say la puta no. I want to use a national lens. The thing is, I agree with him in some cases. In another instance, I completely disagree with him. The fact of the matter is that this is not a call for national action, collective national action. The truth of the matter is that the productive class they destroy. Drug no they ask you if you're not APC or SLPP.
Sure.
The other day I've been saying I go na Rogbanero na Makeni. I get a that, I go na one pharmacy for go buy medicine for a that. I meet them, they sell tramadol to Bobo then they get at 2,000, 1,000, and so they pile the money there for pay for tramadol. I was not attended to. At him after attire commodity. So then they tell you these are people that win at 12, 13, 14 years. Our productive class is being destroyed. So the thing is, it talk about the issue of people dying out of drug abuse is a propaganda, not a propaganda. We don't see people that win are independent people. We don't see people that win are bloggers and they go to slum areas. You go to Bay, you go back of SLPP party office and most other places them. Then they video people and then they interview them. You go to beach, we don't see young ladies there in their teens. Then they tell you say na kush have been a take. I mean they go girls school, then they call schools their name and they watch every day they see. So this now, I mean, a call for national action. I'm not going to blame her on one political party. The only thing we make will reprimand SLPP because now they're in power. And we get a social contract. We surrender our right to government for let government provide security and protect we. Now I read one report where say we get about 149 crossing points. I agree with her and say the borders and porous. See what in Liberia they do. What are the old people there? The kind of stringent measures where Liberia don't put in place for track any drug where they enter in the country. Now then can't tell what they expect the president for do, especially with the military background we get. The security of the state.
Now make it declare emergency or not?
Not only the borders. No, it is not enough to just declare emergency.
No, it means it's a call to action.
Yeah, but
when you declare emergency on the situation, a call to action.
Declare emergency, don't pass 1 year.
No, but that is call to action.
I agree, but today will not look they enforce the laws they let affect the one and they bring up. I agree with you saying organized crime. You get the people that they come with her. You get the one that they sell up. You get the one that they processor. The police for the on top of in game. This not only the presidency also. We need to know that clearly. But all hands for the on deck. But the die where people and they die out of course, not of propaganda. Even the mayor na McKinney, I listen on Liberty TV, where the interviewer, he said he take one of his vehicle where he get it turned into ambulance. Because ambulance they're not enough now McKinney for going get a body there in the streets. So not of propaganda, and I disagree with Moses completely. It's not propaganda because they see at first hand. Where you go boss off, to side in the Westmont Cardinal Brookfield here. We see Bobo then they don't die, wasabi. Some of them just saw all over their foot them. And in a drug abuse and a push. Not a propaganda. So again, Moses, before we talk about drug, he talk about other things that we are completely disagree with. Now, I will not there for talk about salary, for talk about the wage bill, the budget. I think say we go spend time for talk about that. But now, SLPP they trust now the bank them pass any other government in history for pay salaries. I don't even want to go to that.
Yeah, they don't
they say SLPP take the country to independence. Not to SLPP take this country to independence. Now the United Front Party, now take this country to independence. So a coalition of parties. Sam Milton was just chosen to provide leadership. He will be the leader of the SLPP.
Hey, boy,
we get the NCSL, we get other parties them. You understand?
No, argue that.
No, of course, not on SLPP takes Sierra Leone to independence.
SLPP.
Now the United Front Party, no parties.
The leader of SLPP. The leader of SLPP.
It is just like a coalition.
No. Who was leading the coalition?
Sam Milton led the coalition.
Who was Sam Milton?
Sam Milton was leader of the SLPP.
So it's SLPP. So
the United Front
if the chairman of APC lead a coalition of Sierra Leone, that is APC. No, the SLPP.
Now let me just forget about that.
The SLPP.
Historian cannot read
we talk about drugs. I know if you want to go down there. The future of this country has always been rested on the SLPP.
He said other leaders we are holding on to power. Other leaders we are holding on to power when President Bio handed over power. The trend will be get one party dictatorship waiting follow the ability interregnum. After military interregnum waiting follow now multi-party democracy. So it was not in the powers of President Bio to have held on to power.
No, it was.
He was not going to hold on to power. He was not going to hold on to power.
What do you mean? Why do you think say not a good?
The people of Sierra Leone demanded election.
No, my brother.
Immediate election.
My brother. If you want, my brother. If you wanted, if President Bio wanted to hold on to power, beyond 3 months he was going to. He has been. President Bio have been a leader. President Bio have been a leader where they keep to his word. He kept his word. He said, "Once he make President Bio organize the palace school and then organize multi-party election and hand over power."
Moses.
That was the reason. He has held interviews on that.
Tijan Kaba is on record to have stated that Bio never wanted to hand over power.
No, that's not true. Tijan Kaba not there in the position for state that.
No, he didn't. There is a video to the effect.
Did President Bio attended Bitumani too?
President Bio did.
The question is, did President Bio attended willingly? Bitumani too. He did.
President Bio did attend.
So why? He was the head of state. He attended as head of state for what? No, he was not compelled. President Bio was never compelled. They had a social contract to the people.
I am interested in the
Minkailu. Moses and Minkailu.
Yes.
Just as to don't, of course, submit with regards the drug situation at the country. But over time, Moses, many people who don't interview, they bring in several names. But another eye of the coin, don't they say, government in the fight against this drug seem extremely selective. Then names they do it in the call.
What are they called?
Because the people in on the interview, people in a drug, of course, they say they interview some. We mention a lot of names, Moses, and then names standing in a public domain. At some point in time,
names select which names they on what?
Moses. At some point in time, Sierra Police pull a press release. Pull a press release for inform an individual say, then get for go and place for go search.
Or they talk about
Adma they talk about.
Me border.
In name not come up.
Okay, me border. Okay,
no, let me land Moses. In name not come up on several occasions. Silent police ready for go do search. Then get for put a press release say, they can I place tomorrow and what have the cases. And we don't see in other the way the police they do. You don't see any press release to the effect. What's the difference in this one?
Me border. Silent police is an independent institution. All right. You get the police complaint board where they regulate them. You get the council of police where the vice president the head. You get the IG. It's a separate arm where they regulate itself and they get a own powers. The Salon police get the police act and there are enormous powers in the police act for use.
As per the law.
As per the law. Me border. If na President Bio in Pekin, we born law left admire Bio involved in drugs. It is the responsibility of the police for investigate and bring out. But
President Bio Dr. not do very cancer drugs.
No, they're not draw.
Then they are very cancer drugs.
No,
people connect
me border. I don't tell you say me border. Not to everything where they happen on social media where they go for. Not to everything where they see on social media every clip. I don't tell you say people in the way these drugs they didn't have the host. Me and my border agree. They didn't have the host. Now they make the loudest noise. Butter. Now they can na Mmabu we see they drive that motor they so Mmabu get drugs. Now Mmabu they give me. But in actual sense we really investigate. Now then get her. You understand? That is what we call victim blaming. People in the way they blame the victim, but they are the victim. They are the perpetrators of the drugs itself. All that one they may not they blame anybody. What would they say? Make we all come together for put them behind the IG. IG fire cello have to step up. The police, the security sector need for step up. Anybody, President Bio have made this.
IG don't cost retirement age.
Anybody, President Bio, then they left to the police council. Now they recommend to president. The police get act. Anybody. This is the law at the talk. Why they talk about drugs? I know they talk SLPP, APC per drugs because it don't affect APC. Law not go back into history. You know, not to so how we affect Pampas, how we affect APC government. We know they talk so drugs business. It don't affect both governments equally or even more. So what we need for do we all now for continue for talk to the police, the security sector, make them step up. The security sector need for step up and go after anybody. You hold, for example, let's say now Adma Bio. They don't go, they don't catch out. Hola, let President Bio say left arm. Bring the evidence now. Don't say, look, we went to Admire Bio, for example. We pull so numbers, but not just point fingers.
Moses said the police need for step up.
Heavily.
The same?
Yes, like I said, drug business on a cartel. Now, you know, single individual are not able to do drug trafficking. It has to be an organized crime. From the people where they the distributors to even some of the security forces, members of the security forces. If the security forces are ready today for let drug left for cancer alone, drug not they can as alone. The one they're waiting at the crossing points, the borders, the checkpoints, they do proper surveillance, drug not they can as alone. That is just a fact. You see, sometimes then the only thing we make this government is being held accountable. Now because this government now in the power now get the authority for ensure say they enforce the law and bring the perpetrator to book. I agree, say accusation and pointing of fingers on individuals there. But again, I believe, say, an accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a competent court of law.
Yeah, but I don't cut your audio. Look, Natasha Beckley. The day they pull out listening audio, oh, now people that are APC, they blame me. Now, no. So why are you blaming people?
Yeah. So for me,
you see that video, they know. So, oh, now because I don't declare, no.
So for me, I believe, say, it has to be collective effort. And the way they do this, I mean, then they destroy the country, then they destroy the productive class, government for step up. I mean, the international bad name, don't get, I read the position of the opposition leader in a parliament, Abdul Kago. You know, claims they say then catch somebody with a Leon diplomatic passport. All of them things, and they why make me not kill talk about propaganda. It is the image of the country that is being within canteen and day. I'm a Sierra Leonean. We're going to any gathering overseas, any side, I one day they get me shoulders high, ace me head up and talk boldly like a Sierra Leonean. So now make me anything we get for do drug where the image of the country is being put into the gutters. I'm not even let for discuss about that at all.
The program now hot seat and it comes to you live on AYV television. At the studio I get Moses Mmabu, the National Publicity Secretary for the ruling SLPP party, and similarly so I get Minkailu Payamba Kurumawe, a member of the publicity team for the main opposition APC party. And today we talk on governance challenges, what political systems should certainly utilize. But again, Payamba, of course Moses, I think Moses is still fresh from the US. No, say from the UN General Assembly, still fresh. Many Sierra Leoneans don't comment in speech na the UN General Assembly, but many others don't cry down in representation. The fact that you say a minor and major and major and minor, more so in terms of security.
Some believe say enough for this if I run over to Samora
many believe say a minor and a major and minor and minor and major. Sierra Leoneans they expect President Bio at that level for bring up the issue we currently Sierra Leone face with Guinea. That of Yenga. It's talking about people in security, forget about your backyard, Minkailu. What do you say with regards
to President Bio, I mean, in presentation be apt, although some inadequacies them been there. It talk about good things that were very important for Africa. It's right for showcasing government, more on education, gender equality. It talk about good things that were very important, yeah. But again, we need to know one thing with Sierra Leoneans and they fail for realizing that the privilege way President Bio enjoy now at the international scene and Nkrumah create the platform. And Nkrumah was chairman C10. We then get the Herzolini conference or concession or consensus. In fact, now they didn't go agree say therefore ask say Africa forget 2 permanent seats. Now the UN Security Council and non-permanent seats equally. In fact, Anes by Nkrumah now first make a case now the United Nations on this.
So you think Nine-Lay Foundation?
Nine-Lay Foundation. So when Anes Nkrumah exit as president, his seat will be occupied and President Bio can take. So when Ayayi Alpha Khan, we serve now Anes Nkrumah in government, they talk, they give accolades to President Bio, we don't even bring down it to the fore. Say Anes Nkrumah will be chairman for C10, Nine-Lay Foundation. In fact, Anes was a torch bearer, you understand, for Africa diplomacy. Now he make the call. Anes by Nkrumah go to America, engage the American government. The picture day where Joe Biden they snap. In fact, that particular reason they made, Joe Biden was compelled to now say Africa deserves a seat on the table. Now Anes Nkrumah laid that foundation day. People they know they talk about that. President Bio just cannot ride on waiting Anes Nkrumah be don't build. That is why government is a continuity. We need for no that day. But let us come to President Bio because not on a review here. President Bio talk about reforms and revitalization. He talk about UN Security Council and the General Assembly say therefore reform them. It makes sense. You know, some of the laws then don't become draconian. Some of the, you know, decisions the way UNB don't take from time immemorial till today, some of them decisions that they need for change now. So the call for reformation of the UN Security Council and the General Assembly where President Bio make, where they represent Africa, was apt and in place. So nobody no go tell me say not to appropriate call and he talk about African representation, he talk about other things, they talk about, you know, equitable representation, yeah. Then President Bio also talk about global solidarity. We talk about collective effort to address poverty, food insecurity. You know, say President Bio get what we call the Feed Salon Project. Sure. So he believes say some countries and they win at poverty, you know, some countries where they live in destitution, where some people even think for it a problem. So in case to na global stage, let them help them countries and they include Sierra Leone, he also they in place. Now a very great call. He talk about climate justice. He even ask say money they will develop nations there. 100 billion United States dollar, not a million or billion. What they don't put say they forgive countries there where they face challenge on climate change. President Bio make that call. You understand? Say let them give them money there. Let them give them money there. It also makes sense. President Bio make a lot of, he talk about ceasefire and conflict resolution. Okay. We talk about Gaza, Sudan, Ukraine. He talk about respect for international law. Well, let's zero in on this. Because what's in international law now? John Austin Gote say law is a command from a superior being to an inferior being backed by sanction. At the international level, the superior being, now the international community, like the UN, the International Court of Justice, the inferior being, now the states them. And the sanction are the punishment for any state who not obey international law. Now look a situation where Guinea no more bear. Then go grab they take Yenga and one President Bio as military general. He come back, he then encourage Guinea, pardon talk then they. You don't go put on at the international stage law addresser. 30 days, then just they infiltrate na Sierra Leone. Who people are waiting at the border, then they push there every day, then they push there, then they count the military, then they deploy. That the president will not talk about that. Will not be disappointment to most Sierra Leoneans. Because now something where they affect you directly. We have been there in a morning coffee with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He talks on the sideline. President Bio be talk about Dande. Not on the sideline. We not watch Dande. What to watch Koju. Now do let President Bio talk about that. But President Bio not talking about that. Yeah. His speech also highlights progress in free quality education, other things them. But again, put the challenges there. Say even in Sierra Leone, school open 1 week, school not take place because teachers then put 11 points as to why they're not going to school. Subsidies are not paid. It's a challenge for school learning. And Boku things that we then promised and the manifesto in 2018 and 2023, they not fulfill that date. I know say I know they have for review the free quality education. The things and this way President Bill raised at the United Nations General Assembly.
Moses, good. It seems the president gets huge commendation from the representative of the APC party within the studio this evening, Moses. I see you smile while he president of most of the moves that we make. But mention Yenga, Wumi, you see, still a problem for people where they can understand.
Okay, so before I get to Yenga, I'm glad you waiting with regards to the commendation of President Bio. And these are some of the reasons we make the SLPP get for continuing the power. Some of them things in there. Maybe I begin for talk say the acumen we President Bio they enjoy today. Now President Nkrumah laid the foundation. Now only one foundation President Bio, President Nkrumah laid 1, 0, 1. Nothing more, nothing less, which is the C10. Now no more. He was the chair of the C10. And even the C10, the mobilization, coalition, where President Bio don't can build around the C10, the momentum where you don't can build around the C10 is unprecedented. Make I tell you why. This is the first time in the history of the United Nations General Assembly where 119 countries agree with Africa for say Africa deserves a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. That's the only possible because of the of President Bio. Yes, we give credence to because government is continuity to waiting Ernest Nkrumah don't do. Look, under President Bio just 7 years, Ernest Nkrumah spent uninterrupted here.
No, not to compare Ernest Nkrumah.
No, not to compare. I will not to compare. No, not the ever good. I not the ever good aside. Not the near the safe. 7 years of President Bio na international stage. Currently, President Bio and the United Nations Secretary General now in the chair the on education for early childhood education. Currently, President Bio is the co-chair. The ADICAM currently Sierra Leone now in the chair the ECOSOC na AU. President Bio now in the chair the ECOSOC na AU. Currently, as Usidonso. Currently, as Udeso, apart from when Shaka Stephen Bidon Hulam. Currently, as Usidonso, President is the chairman of ECOWAS. ADICAM, President chairman of ECOWAS. Currently, Salon now they go in 2 terms. So Salon now they go in 2 terms. Now the UN Security Council non-permanent category. They don't vote for Salon 2 terms. Now second year this so. Now the UN Security Council non-permanent category. It tells you, my brother. You know what they tell you? Salon today will not be spectator na the international stage. Today, Salon will not only ADICAM.
Something will evolve.
My brother ADICAM, you give me. You give me colleague the opportunity. I want to get the opportunity.
I just want to let you make clarifications to the public and some way they evolve. I mean, the
yes, no, you know they give. I be they listen APC. You see, now I make APC not the fit for letting people and go school because they like for mislead the public. And we see them inform them junk and the way they don't catch her, they fling to them people. They capture ADICAM. You know why? How you go come and talk say, look Samora Kamara, where they be elect President Bio for be the chair of ECOWAS. And a public and say waiting. They say a rotational. How can you be so egregious?
Moses,
how can you be so callous?
Minkailu, Moses say
people, no, I don't even land
it. Not agree for letting people and go school.
I know at all.
No, yeah, thank you. You know they agree for letting people.
The
APC not they give them people a chance for go school. I am seated here. I'm APC. I was born APC.
No, but
yeah.
Now SLPP
let me land. I don't want to be interrupted. I am beautifully and carefully educated. Multiple degrees. We got Boku APCs then. Right now, the best publisher in this country. The best publisher in this country. Now APC.
We don't publish SLPP.
You know they compare it. Now mass education. We talk about quality education. You understand? You put the professors the way they get at this country.
Continue.
People have PhDs. APC get them past SLPP. Professors, APC get them past SLPP. Medical doctors, engineers, APC get them past SLPP.
No, we don't get data. You don't get data for. Okay, you don't get data for.
No. Let me come.
Okay, no.
Our statement
I still, let me get the point.
No, the big institution.
Now me get it.
You are putting yourself into risk. No, me talk say APC no, allow the people there for the
no, of course. The evidence day. APC spent 11 uninterrupted years of power with Minkailu as Minister of Education. Yes, or as Minkailu Vinia, the honor to ghost teacher. But no council President Bio, down in a discussion for another day. Me brother, at the international stage, President Bio go per this particular UN for do 3 things. For lay the case for Africa. Number 2, for justify the case for Africa. Number 3, for celebrate the United. Mind you, now the United Nations 80th year birthday this. So that we needed for review at the camp. We needed for review. We needed a speech where they review the whole UN charter. So now he make majority of the statement from all the African leaders be geared towards reform. And that is exactly why President Bio go there. Make we come to Yenga, my brother. You see, the APC for even take the term where they talk about Yenga. Therefore be very cautious, therefore calculated. They talk about the Kush. You see where the APC they talk about Kush, just like we are all indicted. When it comes to Yenga, we are all indicted. Under the APC regime, at the camp, under the APC regime, Guinea, under the APC regime, Guinea was run by a democratic system of government. A democratic system of government, still the part of ECOWAS. Now, under the Guinea be there, where they be engaged at that level. Nothing will happen when it comes to Yenga. Yenga is a security concern to Sierra Leone and to President Bio. Thank God today, President Bio is the chairman of ECOWAS. There are so many high-profile engagements where they go on with regards for solve Yenga once and for all. Those engagements continue for go on. But the situation between Salone and Guinea is very complex. My brother, it just get you fit then they not so sir. Now a very complex situation where you know they use Majiji for solver. You know they blame her on one political party. You know they one political dispensation. In fact, if you want to blame Yenga now on a political party, people go blame Yenga on APC. If we go back in time in memorial, but we'll not go into that.
Moses, you look at the leadership role with President Bio,
yes.
You know, at the international level.
Yes.
One will say at this particular moment it will be very much easier for Sierra Leone for able navigating wave.
My brother, this man is in first degree.
I need to be.
This man is in first degree. This man is they represent APC in first degree where he gets. Now in peace and conflict studies, now for Abbey College, for make yes, negotiation very complex. Negotiation is a very complex commodity. If you not handle it, it escalates into something else. Casualties will be great. What if President Bio currently now for make sure say we do what we call silence diplomacy. Silence diplomacy. Now President Bio they do, and the will make it difficult now the past 2. With the diplomacy with Guinea, now because not a democratically elected government did it, but not get a legislative house where they function.
You understand, say, this place when it's been declared as Sierra Leone under an
Yenga have always been declared as Sierra Leonean property. Yenga Sierra Leonean property. But it is very complex. They try to get from the Guineans. It's complex, but I assure you, within a hot seat now, I assure you say, President retired Julius Maada Bio go solve the Yenga issue. The SLPP government will diplomatically solve the Yenga issue to the best ability and to the satisfaction of Sierra Leoneans. But what the majority of some Sierra Leoneans, what they want for make Salone do is not going to happen because people don't lay in life. They don't wear uniform. They know what it means where a country they go with another country. This is our land. We get for defend them and we get for we land by all means necessary. Yenga will belong to Sierra Leone. But they use all diplomatic channels available for achieve.
Moses seem for their show Sierra Leonean say them be Yenga they soon come to Sierra Leone.
Yeah. That could be a very good move. We all pray that we achieve that day under any session. But before responding to what Moses say about Yenga, we are disagree completely. So we where they talk for political parties.
You don't talk come here.
Or we where they talk, for address public, we've also be careful about the statement they would make. We don't see one single statement don't bring conflict way devastate. APC is a very big political institution. Old politics and I make the land very wrong. Where we all know say Sierra Leone that is a failure now the part of SLPP if anybody assumes so. Because even the free quality education, not only educating them. Everybody is a target. In school, not for only Kaila and Pujon, Kenema, Obo, Bonto, Moyamba, now for the entire country. Education, side, the trend don't change now. All people will not be the Greece and picking in school, but now everybody, like now, Pepe is the self-self, is the same in picking school.
Because barrier not there. No, not the barrier. Some people they prefer let them begin and learn Arabic. So we get Arabic college now this country. No, not the barrier.
Wait, no, now I'm talking. You can take note and respond.
No, pool.
Even before the free quality education, I don't want to go to the intake of picking in our schools. APC, when the education been there under SLPP, they allocate 2% per budget, 3% to education. We will take on to 17%. Tell your value.
10.1%.
Yeah, we'll take on to 17%.
No, 10.1.
Anybody can check.
Yeah, you can check.
Anybody can check.
Yeah, now 10.1%.
We'll take on to 17%.
Yeah,
anybody who didn't listen now can check.
We don't care.
I don't care how sound take on to 17%. And
we remove the barrier.
By 2017, how much will be allocated? If that's why they do research.
No,
by 2017, how much will be allocated to education?
We remove
now,
quickly.
Now, you cannot tell APC about education. Yeah? Because during the term, subsidies been there for university. They pay millions.
APC
now, listen, I'm making a statement. I can make this debate very.
No, but when I spend 10 years, they want us to go teacher. When I spend 10 years, they want us to go teacher.
Even students and it's not been the pay.
No, they not the pay. Up to
you don't understand? Students and not been the pay scholarship to them for the
scholarship right now.
You understand?
In fact, we know the only give.
No, we don't only give
scholarship.
No, you are reducing this debate.
Would they give loan scheme now to students for go school?
Argument. We are having an intellectual discourse.
Would they give loan for go school?
Moses,
there is a loan. There is a national for go school. Everybody
not being able to pay.
Go to the national loan scheme.
We don't drop out of university.
Go to the national loan scheme.
Moses and Minkailu.
Now, SLPP government don't.
Let me
about for wrap of this conversation.
Now, I was making a point
quickly.
Now, when you indict the APC of not taking education
Moses and Minkailu. Moses and Minkailu. Many
Shaka Stevens. He talk about Shaka Stevens. Maybe ECOWAS. This man don't even know say the president or the chairman of head of state of it's the rotational position.
Moses and Minkailu.
How can you sit here and don't know that? It's a rotational position.
Many Sahelians.
No, check it.
So, you check it now.
The position of the authority of ECOWAS head of state is
since 1950,
Moses and Minkailu.
Also, we be the rotate. And not be the only
do you know what is
Moses and Minkailu?
Do you know what is
Moses and Minkailu?
So you want to say Salon not be the whole
president in 1950?
No, I can't. So you want from when Shaka Stevens come on.
Why
did you know
was given the opportunity to become chairman of ECOWAS authority of head of state, then go state house and go right saying that the first 10 days will ever get her?
Moses and Minkailu, in a few words, many people.
No, that is not true.
Many people feel
many people
that is not true. That is not true. That is second term we don't get her.
Many people feel about the problem. Many people feel about the problem in the face leadership problem. We need that the SLPP, not the APC level provide.
And again,
listen.
In a few words, Moses and
no, let me also correct him.
No, so okay. So for me,
on Kush, we are both indicted. We are not indicted.
We don't
number of people that we don't die on the SLPP.
We not get.
I not say on Kush. I say on drugs.
No, you said on drugs.
No, I say on drugs. No,
go back to the video.
No, I say on drugs.
Minkailu,
let me watch this to you.
The APC and SLPP, many people don't see the problem with Salon gets now leadership crisis we get. We need that the APC, not the SLPP, prefer solution in that regard. In a few words.
So when it comes,
Minkailu, in a few words.
Yeah, well, leadership crisis to a very large extent, one may tend to agree. To be honest. Now, when I sit here, I sit to talk like a Sierra Leonean. Yeah, there is leadership problem in all over Africa. Now, we need a transformational leadership, visionary leadership to be able to transform this country. Tijan Kaba tried. Where he can the things away for do. Institutional reforms, Tijan Kaba do. He established the institutions the way they bring good governance. Talk about the political parties and all. He do very well for institutional reforms. Yeah? The national insurance or whatsoever trust you call NASIT, all of that. Income tax, it transforms to NRA.
Human rights
Those
commission.
are perfect things. Yeah, because the TRC report make recommendations for them. When Ernest Koroma came as president in 2007, he relied on waiting President Kabadon do and became a lot of other reforms. But when the SLPP came under bill, they eroded a lot of those things. They started, no. Let me
not get many. We not get too much time. The people saying a leadership crisis we get. We need that APC, not the SLPP, no professor.
No, but the APC, so if you want, the APC is the solution to Sierra Leone's predicament. Whenever we did not power, we transform this country.
Lord have mercy.
When we come, see the infrastructural situation of Sierra Leone. See how the road them be deplorable. See how education be there.
As a result of the electricity.
But when we come, we not transform the country. Now where you they go Kailan? You they left now money, they retain the other money. Now you they go Kailan 5 hours.
Moses,
4 to 5 hours.
People believe that leadership problems don't get. We need that APC, not the SLPP, not even professor.
You don't. There's a movie in that regard. There's a movie where they call Malin. I don't know if you don't look up. Where in the intro of that movie they start say, at a one particular time, the destiny of a nation rests on the shoulder of one man. Listen, the destiny, I'm coming. The destiny of Salome. Listen, the destiny of Salome rests on the shoulder of SLPP. Okay. We don't prove and do independence. We don't prove and do independence. We don't prove them after the war when APC laid the foundation for Usa Udeso today. All the predicaments where this country they go through today. APC laid the foundation 27 years. SLPP, APC can Puel, SLPP can make. Then Puel in the 50s. In the 60s and 70s. SLPP can make. The war, now they lay the foundation for the war. Now they lay the foundation for the war. Now they lay I know they talk about the 50s. APC came to power in 1968. APC came to power in 1968. 67, 68. When APC came to power in 1968, APC laid the foundation to where we are so today. Now they laid the foundation to today. Now 1968. The election was in 1968. And APC when they come to power, the military go happy. APC now set. So the predicament when the country they go through so today. Now APC lay the foundation. Now they lay the foundation. They can come and mess up the country where SLPP can clean up. You mess up. Ernest Koroma spent 11 years for one attack teacher. They can't clean them up. Thank you so much. Today we know the pay salary based on overdraft. Now we go into the on lifestyle
AYV television channel 43. Mina Samuel Ibrahim Koma, thanks to the production team for the production.
One day president, you don't pay salary.
Minkailu Moses.
Minkailu Moses. They pay salary. Bank overdraft.
Minkailu Moses.
And it's Kuma use bank overdraft for pay salary for 11 uninterrupted years. President, you don't come talk.
Minkailu Moses. Moses and Minkailu, this not sound good to the one that's going to happen. So nonetheless, thank you so very much, Moses. Thank you so very much, Moses Mmabu and Minkailu Koroma. It's been a pleasure having you on the Hot Seat program. And now all this we get for reviewers.
No, but APC they wait now position.
Mina Samuel Ibrahim Koma. And so you need to have yourself a wonderful day. This program repeats to come on Wednesday at exactly 3 o'clock. Mina Samuel Ibrahim Koma once again. Thank you to the production team and to all other possible people time for ensuring this Hot Seat program meeting. Bye bye.